You guys voted for him and now he's here. I'd like to thank you guys so much for the art submissions for the Jonathan Joestar video. All submissions were for the created stand Helios Overture instead of iterations of Hermit Purple, The Passion, and a Ham on Tusk. So I'm guessing that you guys like the more speculated stand more than the ones that we've actually have seen. Both What If Insert Person Had a Stand will be at the end cards of the video, so check those out if you guys haven't, or to go straight to the channel and go check that out itself. Without further ado, let's get into the stand of Caesar Zeppeli. Caesar Zeppeli was a major ally in Battle Tendency, the best friend to Joseph through majority of the short series. I believe that Caesar was a very smart fighter. He had huge potential in the future if it wasn't cut short. His style went unmatched, but in instances of his arrogance, that was the end of him. Caesar was probably one of the strongest allies in the series when it came to non-stand users, but in actual help, Stroheim had done more for Joseph. So what do you exactly think about when you think of Caesar? For me, I thought about him rising out of the chair, him versus Wamu, the speech he had before he met his fate, Bubbles in general, and the music that played during his last scenes. When first trying to figure out what his stand could or would be, I rewatched Battle Tendency, but only the episodes with Caesar or Wamu. The music that had played when Caesar died and when Wamu had lost made me think a lot about it. You really need to look into the translations of the lyrics. The song sounded like it was actually made just for only Caesar, possibly Bruno too. Wherever you go, wherever I go, my soul shall never die, it is immortal. It is no use shedding tears for me. That was the main key for when I thought it out. Caesar, even when gone, was still an ally. He left his headband and massive spirit that I believe Joseph still holds to him. Now, when making a stand, you can't just incorporate certain things about a character into the stand. For example, it's not just going to be a bubble stand or a stand that has anything to do with bubbles. Joseph's apparent go-to weapon was the clackers, and his stand was Hermit Purple. Those things have no relation. The thing is that the stand can have the ability to boost the abilities that already existed. Hermit Purple and Hamon was a great way how to get everywhere. Highway Star boosted up Smell, and Stray Cat was reincarnated. So when thinking about the stand, I believe that if he was pierced when alive, he would have the power of Accelerated Probability. Accelerated Probability is the power to predict the outcomes of what choices one could make. Example, knife is thrown at Caesar. He can't do anything to make the knife disappear, but he can calculate all the possible outcomes and go with the best one. So say that the knife is thrown, and in that instance, he can have all chances of probability run by the stand, and the best option is going to be in the mind of Caesar instantly for him to act on it. The stand said to move right because every other angle would have made the situation even worse, possibly. So if he had the stand in the fight with Wamu, he would have covered every option. The problem with the stand is that it can't make something better when there's no good option. Meaning if Caesar actually continued to jump and attack Wamu without consulting the stand, and then realized that he needed to once he gave him the shadow, there would be no way that he could come out of that safe. Especially the speed of a point-blank Divine Sandstorm. There's no good outcome of that. Now, if he consulted the stand always before attacking, he would be unstoppable. But everyone knows that Caesar has a problem with arrogance. If he believes that he can win, he'll rush right down without thinking, meeting the same fate that he did previously. If Caesar dies, then that's it. The thing is, if he dies, then he's reincarnated. Reincarnated into water vapor like his stand. Oh yeah, I gave his stand the appearance of just a face in water vapor. You guys are probably thinking about Justice, but I'm like something else. It's like reflecting off of sunlight, so it's kind of a rainbowish type, but you'll get it. So he gains the accelerated probability because him and his stand have become one at this point. Since he's in the air, he can basically be there for literally anyone that needs him. The stand has no destructive power, but added in one more thing. I believe that Caesar's stand would be made of the water vapor that the air contains. Not made of, but it shows in the vapor. So you can see the stand when it reflects against any light if Caesar brings it out. The design of what the stand would actually look like in the vapor is completely up to whoever, because I can't think of one. This is where if you draw, or if you know that someone else can draw, people would really like to see the stand. And I would love to see it myself because you guys are really creative when it comes to drawing stuff like this. Tweet me what you guys can do and I'll show it at the beginning of the next video of this series if I haven't already done the video. If so, it will probably be in the next one. For the stand's name, I thought the most suitable name would either be Dream Children, or 7 Spanish Angels. Dream Children in reference to Sir Edward Elgar's pieces Dream Children, or Willie Nelson's song 7 Spanish Angels. You could also say S2A if you want to go about it like that, if you want to go about it in part 7 way. Here's the stand chart and the explanations of why, and this is where if you're done with the video, I suggest, like, I don't know, just hit like or subscribe if you guys want to. I'm just gonna leave. You guys can skip to the end for the end cards and all. I'm gonna give you guys a little annotation if you actually do want to just skip to the end cards and just go to the videos. If so, you guys can go to the channel and just see the other videos, or I'll just leave a playlist of all of it in the description, either way. But this is where I really quick want to talk to the people of parts, like people that have read up to part 7. It's right here, so spoiler warning for people if you haven't read part 7 or whatever. Okay, really quick, guys. I've seen a lot of comments, and I do address that. This is part 3, part 7. I do address that Jonathan's original stand, or what we've already seen, that would be Hermit Purple and all. But I don't think people really like watch the video when that first happened. It's because it's really odd. It's like, oh, it's kind of just see the name of the title of the video and just go ahead and just easily comment without actually watching it even a little bit. And I do go about it. If you guys see the video, I talk about it's like the stand is Hermit Purple, and if there's 2 sides of it, there's 2 sides that argue in the comments. There's either the Hermit Purple people or there's the Tusk people, and it's like, well, first of all, it's not like, what is it, Johnny's Tusk? Like, look, if it is, then it is. But that's the thing, I already addressed that it's Hermit Purple. That's the main thing of what we've seen. I don't address Johnny's side because we're talking about Jonathan. I know that there's quote unquote, yeah, same people, but it's the fact that I'm addressing Jonathan at the moment, and what we've seen is that his body created like Hermit Purple when Dio like hit the like arrow and all that, and that's what it was. So I addressed that, but people are acting like, oh, you didn't address that completely, this whole fan made stand, and I was like, okay, I kind of already did that. I addressed it all, and the rest of it is speculation. I just give that to the people. So if you guys are still here, that's why I don't want to go about the whole, oh, this, since it's Caesar, they're gonna say, oh, since it's Caesar, and like just basically since Gyro is Caesar and Zeppeli, somehow this stand is gonna be Ball Breaker or Ball Breaker related. I know for sure I'm gonna get a couple of comments that say, oh, this is going to be Ball Breaker or something related to that, and I'm just gonna be like, okay, you guys didn't see this either. I'm just whatever. But if you guys are still watching and you guys see that comment, just be like, come on, man, he's already done it. Please, like, he's already said it, already addressed it. I'm just like, come on, I don't want to bother with it. I'm really just trying to. This is the speculation and all. It's like, oh shoot. Okay, but I'm just going to wait this out right now because I'm going to make it 20 seconds and all. Okay, yeah, because I wanted 20 seconds for the end cards. Alright, this is actually the end of the video. I thank you guys for watching, and I would like to thank you guys for the support so much. We're growing pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot. It's pretty nice. I like the community the most thing. You guys are really, really cool people. And this is about it. I wanted to say thank you guys again. Peace out. Like the video if you guys liked it, and Godspeed.